skills and knowledge that they require to design and develop an innovative product. Based on our research with STEM employers, it has become increasingly clear to us that these employers are not only looking for engineering graduates that can solve a given problem, but more importantly, they must be able to identify problems, challenge current practices, and utilize their discipline-specific knowledge to solve the problems innovatively. And this is truly what Mac 401, our capstone unit, is all about. In this unit, students are required to identify a product gap in the marketplace and to derive a detailed blueprint and mechanical engineering solution for the product.
This year, in the Mac 401 product design unit, we have introduced an MQIT learning tool. It is a website repository created to showcase the students' product design work from previous years. Through this platform, current students will be able to learn from the good and bad design principles to improve on their product designs.
And it kind of gave ideas almost to, this is what people have had problems in the past, and that kind of gives you a base starting point, so yeah, it was helpful.
Students effectively co-create the learning experience by constantly raising the quality of work between years. Using this learning tool, we have already seen an improvement in the quality of design ideas and design variants. Of the 16 groups that we had this year, 2 groups came up with an innovative product idea that we and a few other independent assessors were very impressed and believe that there's an opportunity for commercializable success. The 2 groups are now extending their ideas by initiating a Kickstarter campaign, as well as working closely with the MQ incubator. We're certain that our ongoing effort, we can continue to empower our mechanical engineering students by enhancing their employability skills and nurturing their entrepreneurial spirits through this unit.
Okay, that was exciting. Alright, so as you've heard, right, the whole purpose of this course is for you to showcase what you've learned in your 3-4 years in this degree in hope to actually get you into job market. So we emphasize a lot on the artifacts, we call it a study artifact. So for those who went through some of the units that we did last semester, we often say, look, package that experience into something usable in your resume. And just like this time, we'll ask you to design a product and actually package that into, for your future job hunting experience. So from that video you saw, there's a lot of workshops. You can see that students are going through the CAD processes, calculations, all those key important skills that you'll need to apply in order to actually design a product. Okay, so note how this course is really called capstone because it's incorporating all the skills you've learned, and we expect you to demonstrate that. So product development is quite a big market space, right? So if you're looking for mechanical engineering jobs out there, chances is that you'll find something along the design aspect, right? You're not going to be a machinist, you're going to be designing products. And you can look at how the industry sort of has grown, especially in economies that has the product design space as one of the key drivers in the economy. So look at South Korea, that's one of the top growing markets. There's also Canada, or Japan and United States and so forth. So you need to sort of specify that product design isn't just about designing gimmick products. So things like that may seem like product-like to you, but you also need to justify why there's a market for it. And so through the 13 weeks program, you'll go through a financial analysis or case study, business case study, on if there's any financial visibility in this product, right? So whilst maybe technology-wise, right, design perspective, these are great designs. If they don't have a market, we'd rather you not show it and not pursue about that idea. So in the first 2-3 weeks, we'll emphasize a lot on defining that problem before you go into the next stage of coming up with different designs. Yeah? What's that? What is that? That one, the last one.
No, like the one next door.
Next to it, you mean?
Yeah, like that woman hanging.
I think she's just standing there.
Sleeping, right?
But it's really,
Looks like a walk.
it's this. This is the stick that she has on, right? So it's to hold her head up.
Oh,
Right. Now these are more like gadget stuff, right? And there's a whole domain on what these are called. It's called Chinduji, I think. It's a Japanese term. But really it's a bit of a gadget. Alright, these are not really the thing that we're looking for. We're looking for things that is in the middle of a garage engineering, all the way to say a crowdsourcing platform type of product, where your total market's about 10,000, 100,000 users. It solves your problem, an immediate problem, but also is a bit more catering for the bigger market. So you go through processes in evaluating what's a suitable product, what of the same complexity, and then you can go through and design different design features, elements in there, and then show calculations, do prototype, 3D printing, whatever, put together a slide deck. And at the end of that 13-week, we'll go through a Shark Tank type of environment. So, you know, the group of 4 will stand in front of us and a few other industry people, and then we try and bid for your investment. And, you know, in that sense, we're trying to give it a bit more realism in the whole process. Now, entrepreneurship, we say loosely, it's not that, you know, the skills involved in entrepreneurship is applicable to workers, so to speak. So even if you're not looking to start your own business, those key skills, which are, you know, presentation skills, those are critical thinking skills, you've got obviously the technical competency behind that. These are all stuff that are looked for if you're working in any big company. So those who've got internships already, they know how that works. Alright, so here's a few inventions that we have in Australia, not limited. Obviously, for this particular unit, it should not be too complicated. Now, we talk about complexity by the number of CAD design parts. So we'll go through an activity where we'll disassemble a very common product that you see at Kmart or Big W, and actually count how many parts there is in there. Right, so comfortably the chair that you're sitting on probably has, I don't know, maybe 6, 7 parts, depending on like if you count washers and all that sort of stuff. Now, each of those elements needs to have a blueprint, okay, in order for this to be manufactured. So we expect that sort of level of detail in your final report, manufacturing drawings of that quality. Obviously, don't design a chair, because that's a bit trivial. Alright, so factors to concern. Be slow to judge. Right, be slow to judge, be objective, and be data driven. Now, in the past, we have had students commenting that, you know, Shako and I are pretty critical, and yeah, we are critical, and I'm a bit pessimistic as well. But don't let that put you down, because we're trying to point out issues in your design, in your thinking process. And it's up to you guys to think about, all right, you know, I'm going to prove you wrong. I'm going to show more data to back up and my claims, right? And this is what we expect. So we say, all right, maybe this thing doesn't work. Maybe go out and see if the market wants it. Do a market survey, right? Come back with data saying, look, we survey a range of demographics, and it shows that everyone's liking this product based on this particular design. You know, therefore, you know, what you said wasn't very valid, and we'll take that in, because we're driven by data. You can't just simply think about designing a product that, you know, it's for you, because you're not the market. You're just one perspective in that market. You know, if you're creating a product that has 10,000, 100,000 users, you can't expect all those people to be thinking like you, right? So obviously it's going to be around that mark, but you can't be so fixated in your original design idea. And that's why we go through many iterations as possible to refine those conditions. So I think Shako might want to talk about a selfie stick that he thinks that he's invented way before it was produced. I'll let him do that. Yeah, so again, don't design a product just for yourself. I don't know if this is actually a true thing, right? A gun that points the other way. I mean, someone obviously wants to.
I think pessimistic's an understatement, eh?
Yeah, I didn't construct those particular slides. I did the other ones.
Yeah, right.
I think this part is more for Xiaoxun talking about his background. And his background is in coming up with products that he worked at HP before. So he was involved for 3-4 years, I think, as a product designer for HP on small personal EDAs, which everyone's used to the iPhone nowadays. Anyways. So here are some feedbacks. Now you know that I'm quite big on sort of collecting feedbacks and incorporating changes every year. And here are some feedbacks that we had from this course. Assignment dates keeps changing. Now those things are going to be reflected on iLearn, so keep a good track on that. Feel like bigger emphasis on creative innovation than design process, which is not really true. Now I'm emphasizing that right now because I am emphasizing that it is the design process, right? You need to show us that if you've gone through the steps, show us the data that it works, right? Go through the calculation, go through FEA models, do simple point force calculation, show that it works, right? Consider manufacturing aspect, considering design for assembly, right? You can't just simply have, I don't know, a thing that goes into another thing that completely has no regards for how it's assembled, right? So we want a certain level of detail in this course. This is a capstone level, right? Completely biased, blah, 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 and what is wanted, small plastic gadgets. So 3D printed or 3D printable products are particularly great because it shows prototype, or at least you can prototype it. And what does prototype mean? It's an evidence, right? If I can 3D print this and hold it in my hands, it shows that at least it works, right? At least I can have a tangible feeling. So again, that goes back to evidential support for your design, for your thoughts. Okay? A lot of comment on not wanting to be a business person, and therefore this course is not applicable. Wrong, right? Even if you're working in a big company, they want their workers to point out problems, and that's what you're trying to learn right here. To spot problems, resolve them, and provide value. Right? So think on it at that high level. You're providing value to your company. You're providing value in your startup. Right? So in either way, it's exactly the same transferable skills, we call it. Right? Or transformative skills, really. Just graduate, work and be employed. That's fine. I mean, you do well here, it's going to help you there. Because in the next slide, you'll see that some student actually got a job directly because of this experience. Right? They basically impress their employers or their potential employers by creating the whole suite from start to ideation, conceptualization, to problem solving, prototyping it, and then all the way to the communication aspect. So that whole pipeline was exactly what the employers was hiring for, and they managed to score a job right before I think they graduated, and largely according to his words, right. But because of that prototype that he created in this space. So try and think on that high level. And obviously there will be limitations because it's only a 13-week program. You're not going to be expected to do 15 iterations of the same thing and then make it perfect. Demonstrate to us you've got that graduate capability, and we'll take it offline. So something that we will be emphasizing a lot this time around is to handhold that ID creation phase, which in the past we just sort of thought students should be able to find problems. They seem to complain on various fronts. They'll be okay to come up with problem sets and then solutions potentially for it. Unfortunately, not the case, which was a bit disappointing. We've noticed that students who have a part-time job or some sort of work experience has a different perspective on problems. So if you're forming your group today, try and nest one or two of your fellow co-workers who have work experience. And that will give them a slightly different perspective on the problem set. So, in our class at the moment, I think there's 48 enrollment, 2 classes, Monday AM class and a Tuesday PM class. Forming those 2 classes, you'll form about 15 teams of 3 to 4 members each. Within those teams, we're asking every person to come up with 5 problem sets, right? These are themed topics, right? So if you're really struggling to, water your garden every morning, you can think about solutions that go into helping watering of plants or something, right? Just out of the blue, some idea. Of those, you'll be asked to create numerous solutions, families of solutions, and then we'll sort of cross that out as we go on, and then go into sort of actual validation of proof of concept of those problem sets. Now, at this level, right, so I guess I should illustrate that axis, the x-axis about time, right? So as you're progressing from week 1 to week 13, you're going through all these phases. Now, at every single level, we're happy for your group to change your ideas, change your whole direction. But be mindful that when you change that, you need to go through all that step that you go through. So all the assignments that we've created will help you directly into your final project proposal, all right? If you go through